Welcome to week 14 of Down in the Dale. It's not really my 14th video, but this is my 14th week of my GLP-1 Mounjaro journey. And I'm Shelly, and I'm going to tell you all the exciting things that happened this week. Can't you just tell? Anyway, hello. Did I say that? I don't know. We had a crap ton of snow last night, 6.75 inches, I think, in the last 24 hours. It started yesterday around 11. Oh, look, it's snowing right now, I can tell too. It stopped snowing this morning before I woke up, or somewhere around there. And we're supposed to get a little, maybe less than an inch more today. Anyway, I'm not winter's biggest fan, as I've said before. I grew up in northern Ohio, southern Michigan, right in that area. And I don't like snow. I moved to New York after college for 7 years, and then while I was there, I started working for a Hollywood studio that had an office there in on Long Island, not in the city. I never wanted to work in Manhattan either. I always worked on Long Island. And then the last, like I said, the last year and a half I was there, I worked for the studio. In the studio, the president of the group I was in was retiring, and someone new came in, and they were moving the office to Burbank. And so I was like, oh, can I go to Burbank? Because I don't like snow. And I ended up there. So, lived in Los Angeles, where I only had to look at the snow way up in the mountains, where it was beautiful. Snowed a couple times in Burbank, but that was more like sleety snow, wintry, mixy snow. And, it was gone right away. I remember one time I heard it was snowing in downtown Burbank, and so I drove over that way just to see it because, it's nothing that happens there. It happened twice in the 25 years that I lived there. Anyway, it happens every year in the mountains, but not down in the valley where I was, Valley Girl. Yeah. So, anyway, I moved back to Michigan, did this to myself with the snow. It's pretty. And like today, I don't have to go anywhere, so it's great. I can just sit in my house in the warmish air because I keep my thermostat down because I don't like it too hot. You can't sleep when it's too hot. I can just throw another blanket on myself. That's great. Anyway, enough of that. So let's see. My name is Shelly, as I said. I'm 5'5", 59 years old. What else? When I started this journey on August 24th, 2025, which was 14 weeks ago, 15 weeks ago. I don't know which it is. I mean, I'm taking my 15th shot, but anyway, I digress, as I always say. I started on 2.5 milligrams of Mounjaro. I do the lovely pen thing. There it is. Oh, and I noticed today, I hadn't seen this before, but it says this is the needle end, which it is, and I know that. So it's so easy to take this. I'm terrified of needles. If you're thinking of starting a GLP-1 and you don't like needles, I mean, I don't know if I could do the vials. I probably could if I had to, but I'd probably make one of my friends do it. I have a friend that's a pharmacist, and I have a friend that worked in a nursing home. But anyway, these are amazing, and I'm very lucky, and I know I'm lucky because I get it through my insurance, and I have a very low copay because of a coupon. So it's wonderful. Anyway, I did 2.5 milligrams for 8 weeks, and then I decided to go up. I probably should have stayed another month or two on it, but I don't know. They say you should stay at a lower dose if it's working for you until you have a stall of maybe 2, 3, 4 months. My sister's on the highest dose of what she's doing. She's doing Ozempic, I think. And she had not lost weight for 4 months, but she did this past week, and good for her. She lost a couple of pounds, so that's good. She's doing well on it. Her numbers are really good. So anyway, my numbers are really good too. I'm very happy about that. So 8 weeks, 2.5, and then I started. Let's see what week that was that I started. 5. I'll tell you. I mean, I know it was 8 weeks, but I started taking 5 on October 19th. So today is November 30th, 2025. And like I said, I'll be taking my 15th shot of this later tonight. Anyway, so I was 287 when I started, and I'll talk about how my week went in a little bit. I wrote down stuff today to remember to talk about. So I'm going to stay on the 5 milligrams until I feel it's not working for me anymore. You know, they say if you haven't lost weight in like 2, 3, 4 months, then go up. I probably would give it that much time just because I'm doing really well on this. The only side effects I really get are the fun constipation, as always. But I found Mago 7. Take 3 pills with water at night, and in the morning, yay! Okay. And the other is fatigue, which isn't as bad as it has been. So we'll see. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was nauseous one day after I switched to 5. One day the first week, but it was also because my appetite was really suppressed and I didn't eat because I should have eaten something for breakfast other than just my coffee, which I make a protein coffee, so that's pretty good to have. At least I got some protein in the morning, but I didn't eat anything till at 1 o'clock because I felt like I was going to throw up. I mean, not really, but just a little bit. So I just need to remember to eat. And on my phone, I have an app. It's called Me Again. It's only on the iPhones, though. Sorry, Android people. It's great because it keeps track of my protein, my fiber, my water, my activity, and keeps all the info on my shots. Like I put in what time I take my shot, how much how many milligrams it was. Well, that stays the milligrams. Which side of my stomach, because I only take my shot in my stomach because I'm too chicken to try it in my thigh, even though I have a friend who does it in her thigh and she said it doesn't hurt at all. Well, not that she really doesn't feel it, but or you can do it in your back of your arm, but I'm not gonna do that either. I'm only doing my stomach, and I used to faint all the time when I was a kid. I'm a big wuss, so whenever I would get a shot, I would be like, oh, I'm good, and then I'd faint. And I still did that kind of as a young adult as well. I remember sitting in the bathroom floor after getting a TB test, which is absolutely nothing, just a little prick in your skin. But I knew I was going to faint, and I went to the bathroom. Why I left the room with people, I don't know. And I just sat on the floor for like 10 minutes until I felt better. Anyway, wuss. Yeah. So, but I'm over it now, and I do better. Like the woman that takes my blood at my doctor's office, she's great. I just talk like I do and look away. So, okay. So the Me Again app is awesome. I love it. It's only for iPhones. Sorry, people, like I said. There are similar apps out there. I think there's one called Shotzi. And you can even make your own spreadsheet in Excel or Google, whatever Google Sheets, I think it's called. Yeah, Google Sheets. I have a Google Sheets thing that I use for my weight that I still keep on the computer. Oh my goodness. So, and there are people, you can write it down in a book. Look, I have a little book here that I wrote stuff down on. This has all my, that's a recipe that I'm going to make later. But this has all my information from my blood work. I don't know why I kept it on here. I can see it on my phone anytime I want, but I just wrote it down too. I don't know. Anyway, so I also have, besides the Me Again app, I have a Renpho scale, which is pretty cool. It keeps track of all sorts of data, which is amazing, sort of, except for my metabolic age. That one scares me. It's older than I am. Hopefully it'll come down. Everything else is starting to come down or go up, either direction, which way it's supposed to go, and be good. So it's really weird. I don't have the one that they do have, a new one that has a bar that you pull up and it does like your whole body. This one sends electrical signals through your feet, but it only goes like halfway up your body, and then it just guesses at everything else. So it's not that far off. I mean, it's different than like the Hume Body Pod. They have one too, and Renpho has one also that you hold it up and it, you know, signals go through your thumbs or your fingers and your feet as well. So I'll put a little picture of yesterday's Renpho scale, what it said, and the comparison numbers on that are from September 12th, because that's when I got the scale and started using it. But again, I started in August, so the weight, my starting weight on there is already down from my August actual starting weight, which I count. So, you know, the Renpho scale and the Me Again app, those are really cool tools. Let me know in the comments if you have anything that you like to use. If you're old school and just use paper, or if you have apps that you use, or if you have a computer program that you use. It's really good. So I like to get on the scale every day just because I like to see what it says. Like this week was Thanksgiving, so Friday morning I was up 2 pounds because I had, you know, thanks to my sister's corn casserole and my mom's oyster stuffing. That was really good. Here's a picture of my plate. You know, I didn't have a lot. I just ate what was on that plate there. They had cheese tray in the beginning too, and olives, and my family always makes the celery with cream cheese and the deviled ham mixed up together. I didn't have any of that. I don't know why. I love all that stuff. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast that morning at the moment, but I've been making chia pudding with yogurt and apples on it too, so that's been pretty good. Oh, for Thanksgiving I brought baked sweet potatoes, which were very good. You could see on my picture I have one there. It was yummy. It's my sister. Thanksgiving was my sister's birthday. Every few years it actually falls on Thanksgiving, so happy birthday to you. She'll love that. She's the younger sibling. You know how younger siblings are. It was just the two of us, so I won't say any more or I'll probably get in trouble. If she's watching, I don't even know if she's watching. Mom, don't tell her, because I know you're watching. Don't tell her what I said, Mom. She'll find it, and then I'll know if she's watching, because she'll tell me. And I'll get in trouble. Anyway, there we go. So, let's see. What else did I write down? See, like last week, I was all over the place, and today I'm all over the place again. But I actually wrote stuff down this time. I need to figure out to get the camera over more, so it's right below what I'm writing. Oh, I could do that differently. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Ugh. I didn't say what my weight was yet for this week. So again, I started on August 24th. My starting weight, 24th of 2025, which is this year. Today's November 30th, 2025. Wow, it's November 30th. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow's December 1st. Crazy. So when I started in August, I was 287. Last week in my weigh-in, I was 262.7. And this week, I was 261.1. Yay! That means I was down 1.1. That's amazing to me. I don't understand how this stuff works. I mean, I've read so much on it, and I have looked at so many other videos of this, so many other people's YouTube channels. It's just insane how this stuff works. It's amazing. And I'm so glad that I'm actually alive during the time that it started. I wish I had it 20, 30 years ago. That would have been way better. But, you know, because who wants to be obese? But I enjoyed. I always told my doctor in California, whenever he would tell me, you need to lose weight. Yeah, I know, but I really like food. What is there to do about it? Not much. Eat less. Woo! Move more. I tried. Anyway. If you're taking a GLP-1, let me know how it's going for you. And what your thoughts are on do you have side effects? I don't know. Do you not have side effects? You lucky duck. Are you on compound? Are you on the branded medication? Let me know in the comments. I swear I'll get back to you. I will. We can cheer each other on. Woo! Ha! What else happened? It snowed, like I said. I made asparagus and seafood for dinner last night. It was really good. I had my mom goes into Kroger's all the time, and my sister too, and looks for whatever's been marked down. So my mom got some lobster tails that were marked down, which was amazing. So I had 2 of those, and then I had a bag of seafood, mixed seafood from Aldi's that had mussels and calamari and shrimp and those little snotty scallops. I don't like the little small ones because you cook them too long and they get rubbery. The mussels were really good. The shrimp was okay. I mean, it was okay. So I just had that with asparagus last night. I have a lovely little picture of that right there. But sometime this week I'm going to have it again. And I have pasta sauce that I made with tomatoes and other vegetables from my friend's organic farm, which is all covered in snow like everything else around here. They have hoops though, so they grow spinach and other leafy greens during the winter. They plant carrots in January, February. They have these really good white carrots that are usually, I don't think he had them this year, or he had them really quick. I don't remember. But those white carrots, I don't like carrots. Those white carrots are so good. Excuse me. I'm going to hydrate. You should hydrate too, people. It's always good to have water. And that's really all I drink too. Anyway, so I had the seafood and asparagus last night. Today I'm going to make a sweet potato soup that I saw somebody make in one of their videos on YouTube, and garnished with goat cheese. So that looked really good. So I'm gonna slap that together today and have that for a few days this week. Okay, I made this sweet potato soup. So it's just onion, sweet potatoes, thyme, garlic, and chicken stock with a little salt and pepper. I'll probably put more pepper on it. But so I got my little Christmassy reindeer stuff. So I'm gonna put this in here. And then, my God, I'm not even hungry, but all I ate today was 2 scrambled eggs and ham, and that's enough soup. And what else? 2 scrambled eggs and ham, something else at breakfast. What else? Oh, hash browns. And then I just had a cup of cottage cheese, and I'm gonna put some goat cheese on here. So here's my little fridge that I love. Hey. Anyway, I don't know where my goat cheese is at the moment. I think it's down here. Well, I got some burrata 50% off at Aldi's Saturday, so I need to use that up too. Here we go. Goat cheese. Okay. I'm gonna stop it for a minute because I'll just pause. So I totally stopped it. I meant to pause it. No, I did pause it. I just put some black pepper on there. Now I have my goat cheese. So let me get a spoon. Where's the spoon? There's the spoon. And, well, I whizzed it all up after. I baked the sweet potatoes this morning just because I didn't want to peel them. So I'm going to put some goat cheese on here and then I'll be done. Let me pause you again. Okay, so I probably put 1/3 of the log of goat cheese on here. I put some pepper on here, and I'll just stir that in and it'll melt and make it creamy. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, bye. Well, I haven't been to the gym because I had tennis elbow, but it's feeling better. It really was only bothering me at work when I was using my mouse. So at first I thought it was carpal tunnel, but at my doctor's office, she said to me, because of where it was and where I was telling her the pain was. She's like, no, because carpal tunnel's here. It was really over here where it was hurting. I don't know why I keep staring out the window looking at the snow. Anywho. So no gym. I do have a walking pad, but well, I don't think you can see the box. It's been in that box for quite some time. My goal is to get that thing out so I can start using it. But I do walking program at home on my phone, on another app that I have. But there's like a billion on YouTube also, so I should start doing that stuff too. But I do enjoy the gym that I go to. It's really fun. The HIIT class that I've been talking about that I go to on Wednesdays is done for the rest of the year because the person that leads it is from Arizona, so I think she went home to visit her family, which yay her. So I'll start up in the new year again, and I'll be going to that because I should be all healed by then. That'll be fun. So my California story of the week, I'm gonna read it from over here because I wrote it really well, I think. I worked for a Hollywood studio for 27 years, and 25 of those years I was in Burbank. The first 2 years, or a year and a half or so, I was in New York, and our office got moved to Burbank because I don't like snow. Did I say that already? 15,000 times? So I worked for international theatrical distribution part of the studio, and I was one of the only assistants who really understood the video equipment that we had. And since we were international, we had video calls all the time with different offices around the world. I mean, like my boss dealt with the Asian offices and the Latin America towards the end that we were there. But, like Korea, Japan, India. I can't think of anything else in Asia right now. but I also set up calls for our London office. We had a big headquarters in London also. And they had offices in Paris and Germany and all over the place. Latin America, Brazil was really big. What else? Chile, Peru, all those places. We had offices everywhere. Panama, everywhere. Big studio. I think I might have mentioned it before, but you can probably guess from the... Well, maybe not, but that was one of our companies. That was not a studio, though. That was a TV channel. So, like I said, I was one of the only assistants who could work this video equipment. So I got asked to help people set up video calls a lot. So one day I get asked to go to set up a video call for the head of our marketing and theatrical distribution. They were co-presidents of our international theatrical. So I go to open the door of one of the smaller conference rooms in the executive area, and somebody turned around when that door opened, and my mouth must have been agape because he got up and said, "Hi, how are you?" He told me his name. What's your name? And I said, "Oh, hi, I'm Shelly. I'm here to set up a video call." He said, "Well, don't let me stop you." And after I set up the call, he asked me a few questions about what I did there. He was so nice. And I got out of there as quick as I could. It was Anthony Hopkins, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Oh my gosh, my mom loves that story. But I was just like, And he's probably the biggest celebrity I ever actually met while I was there. I mean, I met other people and saw a billion people all the time, as I have told you. I guess I've interacted with so many people also, but I used to also work at premieres. I'll tell you one of those stories in a few weeks, probably. I never worked the parties, but I always worked before the premiere inside the theater. So, Anthony Hopkins, oh my gosh. He said to me when I came in, he goes, "Hi, I'm Tony." I'm like, "Hi, Tony." I did not say hi, Tony. I just was like, "I'm Shelly." Oh my gosh, that was just a crazy one. A crazy one for me, and it was just so, I wanted to keep it short because we were always told don't talk to the people unless they talk to you, and then, just keep it short. It was always crazy. I mean, I would see people. We had one assistant that almost got fired. She had to write a letter of apology to someone because she asked to take a picture with him and he said yes. I mean, if he knew what had happened, I'm sure he would have been okay. You know, been like, what are you doing? Why are you going to fire her? It's fine. That person is such a nice person. At least they seem that way. And I've not ever heard a bad story about that person either. Anyway, I'll talk about something else later. But so that's my story, California story of the week. Sir Anthony Hopkins. Oh my gosh, that was like, he's probably, like I said, he's probably the biggest celebrity that I ever said hello to. I mean, I didn't watch all his movies because Clarice, that movie just scared the bejesus out of me. And, you know, there you go. So, everything this week was great. I didn't sleep very well one night, though. I was up literally every single hour. I've tried melatonin before. That didn't help me. Let me know if anything helps you if you have problems sleeping. Or, you know, what other side effects do you get? Let me know in the comments below. You know. Let's see. What else? I have protein coffee in the morning. You know, especially after a night of not good sleep, that's very helpful. It was Thanksgiving. We always go to my nephew's for any holiday because he doesn't like driving anywhere. As long as they want to cook and feed everybody, hey, there you go. There had to be like 30 people there though, at least. I think there were like 13 or 14 kids. They're not all kids anymore, but, you know, young adult people. No, most of them are still, I think there's only one or two that aren't in school anymore. The rest are still in high school or younger. That's always fun. Anyway, so that is it this week. 1.1 pound down. Yay. Staying on my 5. It's my 15th shot tonight. I think I said it's my... Oh, I have 2 more left, so what is it? Let me look as I laugh out loud. Let's see. It's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7th, because there's 1 more left in the box. So my 7th shot of 5.0. 5 milligrams. Yeah. So, okay, thank you for sticking around. I hope you've liked and subscribed, and I want to apologize if any of you were here for my video last week. I edited my video, and then I realized I put the unedited version up last week. So, I'm sorry if you had to suffer through that. I put the edited version on this morning in case you want to go back to it and rewatch with all the fun little pictures that I put up. So, like this pictures of the snow from today. Whoa. Anyway, like and subscribe. And I will see you next week. Leave me a comment. What's going on in your life? I'll get back to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I'll see you soon. Bye.